flame on max. I'ma keep it going till there ain't none left. Gotta keep the flame on max. I'ma keep it going till there ain't none left. Going till there ain't none. Keep the flame on. Gotta keep the flame on. Gotta keep it, gotta keep it, gotta keep the flame on.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the University of Worcester Arena. We have the WBBL playoff semi-finals, a chance to reach the playoff final for the Sevenoaks Suns, and the Newcastle Eagles is just 40 minutes away for one of these two teams. Will it be the Suns, the winners for the last three times, or the team that caused the big upset in the quarterfinals, the Newcastle Eagles? Daniel Routledge delighted to be joined by Rhian Bailey of the Manchester Mystics. And that Newcastle team last week, the way they played over 40 minutes to knock Leicester out, the biggest upset in playoff history, they'll be looking for another performance like that today.
Yeah, it was an incredible game, great game to watch, great advert for the women's game. And if they can replicate that today, it can be anyone's game.
At the other end of the floor, we've got a machine, really, this 7-8 Suns. They just win and win and win and win. They're so used to being here, so used to getting to the finals. They will come here and treat this game like any other game. Yeah,
they're so clinical in their approach. They will not take their foot off the gas today. And if they start confident, Newcastle will have to pull something out of the bag.
Well, earlier I was able to catch up with both coaches to see their thoughts ahead of the semi-final. Well, Len, a chance to get to another playoff final. How important on days like this is having the amount of experience that your team has on these big occasions?
Well, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's pretty important. But honestly, I really believe that they take every game seriously and they prepare. So you know, it's another game, and they're going to enjoy being here. It's a great arena. It's a great stage, and you know, we're happy and we'll be ready.
And at the other end of the floor, a surprise package, number 7 seed, the Newcastle Eagles. They were phenomenal in that quarterfinal to get through to here.
What a great win. Just a reminder of what can happen on any given day. You know, they've got some players that can score. And when you get a little bit of momentum and a little bit of belief, then anything's possible, and the team on the other side can lose their way a little bit. So, you know, Newcastle's tough, and we've had some good games with them. So we're definitely not taking them lightly.
And as you say, they've got offensive weapons, none more so than the leading scorer, Alison Garrell. You're going to try and keep the balls out of her hands as much as possible?
Well, it's not possible to keep it out of her hands altogether. We're not going to stop her completely. We just want to make her work. Going to try not to foul her as much as Leicester did. You know, we've played her before, and we'll be ready for her.
Good luck in the game, Len.
Thank you very much.
Well, Chris, I mean, a marvellous game last week in the quarterfinals. Doesn't get any easier for you today up against the Sevenoaks Suns.
Yeah, you're totally right. And you know, we enjoyed the performance, and then it was straight back to work on the Monday. A little bit difficult hosting the BBL, but you know, the club did a fantastic job of organising us some time to get on court, and we're excited for today. You know, the pressure's solely on Sevenoaks, and we're going to enjoy the experience. We've worked hard. We've pretty much committed to the same game plan we had against Leicester, because they're both two very tough teams with a ton of weapons. So you know, we're just excited to see if we can come up with that same energy, and whether we're up by 20, down by 20, if we play with that same passion that we played with last Saturday, then it's going to be a great basketball game and advert for the women's game.
And offensively, you've obviously got the weapons out there. It's almost, can you replicate that 40 minutes that you had last week?
Yeah, I mean, I sure hope so. And whether we do or don't, as long as the shots we take are the same as last week and the same aggressive mindset, the great ball movement, players getting ready to take their shots, then that's all we can ask for as coaches. Sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. But if we can replicate that exact game plan, like you said, then you know, we're going to be in with a chance of winning any basketball game. And
at the other end of the floor, you've got a team who are so used to winning, can beat you in different ways. Defensively, how hard is it to game plan for this Suns team?
Yeah, I think you've nailed it on the head there, and like, massive respect to what Leicester have gone through to have a massive personnel change through the season. I think they did a fantastic job, and for me, looking at this game specifically, when you have a Tiani Clark and a Kat Carr who you can chuck the ball to and they can knock down a three, dribble pull up, get to the basket and get their teammates involved consistently. They've got someone that you can throw the ball to and go, please can you score for me now? And I think that's probably one of the biggest differences in this game. So we have to be really clued in that they've got 6 players who can double figure score or be their leading scorer. So it's a very hard task, and they're very sneaky around the basket. T and Kat seem to know where everyone is, and they have nice little dump offs. So we've talked a lot about containing the ball and making sure we don't give up these little dump passes down for easy layups. So if we can do that and then chase their 2 shooters off the line, then maybe we give ourselves a chance.
Well, good luck in the game.
Thanks very much, Dan. Appreciate it.
Well, I guess it's a bit of a free hit for the Newcastle Eagles. They weren't expected to be here, and now they are. They've got every chance to give it a go to get to the final, but Sevenoaks Suns, a formidable team. Let's take a look at the 2 team rosters for today, starting with the Suns. And as ever, it sort of goes through Clark and Carr, but it's not like it's a 2-player team. They've got a lot of weapons in that lineup.
Yeah, definitely. We have to talk about Janice. She shows up in big games, and she was the spark that they needed in the cup final. They didn't get the win, but she came out really strong. We also have to talk about De Silva and Renee Bush. They have massive contributions to the team also.
Certainly do. Let's have a look at the Newcastle Eagles, who only really ran with 6 players in the previous game in the quarter-final. And Abby Lowe had a tremendous ball game, 26.7 steals as well, doing it at both ends of the floor.
If she can replicate that today, Sevenoaks are going to have their hands full. Everybody knows Alison Garral. She can score in many ways. She can shoot the 3, drive to the basket, great mid-range game. So she'll be one to watch out for too. They're not as deep as the Sevenoaks Suns, but they have a good 5 or 6.
Well, they showed last week it doesn't really matter. I mean, Leicester, one of the deeper teams in the league, and they only ran 6 players, Newcastle, but they only needed the 6 to win the game. And, we talked about it before the game. They've got to start well, don't they, Newcastle? Yeah,
they do. Like Coach Len said, if a team gets momentum and belief, anything's possible. So they really need to roll with that.
Well, the 2 teams have made their way out onto court, and we're almost ready to go for this WBBL semi-final. And as we have seen all season across the league, the teams taking the knee, showing their stance against racism and inequality in all its forms, and you'll see that on the back of the Sevenoaks shirts as well. Well, we are here at the University of Worcester Arena, just 2 semi-finals left to be played in this tremendous week of British basketball action. And it is the Suns who get us underway with their captain, Kat Carr, at the top. Looking to attack, getting all the way to the basket. A little bit short on that. Might get her own rebound. It's a held ball, and the possession arrow means Newcastle get it.
Strong start. I know it's not the outcome that Carr would have wanted, but great play.
McVicker brings it forward for Newcastle. Carell looking to drive to the basket and in off the glass. Here's Clark. Cutting to the basket. The pass a little bit too high and out of bounds. Almost the pass the other way round.
Yeah.
But it was a good cut to the basket. It was there if the pass was on point.
Yeah, definitely. And Sevenoaks have to take their opportunities.
Here's Bland long two, just overcooks it. Knocked loose by McVicker, but Clark comes away. Here's Bush. Clark. Rodriguez challenged that well.
Eagles have come out really strong, taking shots that are good for them and that they need to keep taking. So it'll be interesting to see how Sevenoaks react.
Low driving in, misses the shot. Suns minute half in, still looking for their first score. De Silva cross court. Carr. Shot clock down to 5 here. Dumps it into De Silva, spinning, trying to get past Rodriguez. Didn't hit the ring. Shot clock violation. They've been good at the defensive end here, Newcastle.
Yeah, definitely. They've come out strong, and, you know, Sevenoaks don't look comfortable right now. If Newcastle Eagles can continue with this intensity on the defensive end, Sevenoaks are going to struggle.
Here's McVicker. Top of the key, takes the shot. Maddie McVicker knocks it down, her first points of the game.
She's a great shooter in this league, and Sevenoaks need to do a way better job at making sure that she doesn't get that open shot.
Yeah, that was a nice look to get for your first attempt in the game.
Definitely.
Here's Clark. Clark thinks about the three, puts it on the floor instead, gets all the way to the basket, and it bobbles in for the first score for the Suns. McVicker now for three, not too far away.
Again, she can't get those shots off. Once she gets hot, she's so difficult to stop.
Carr, good pass. Clark at the rim. Rodriguez coming round is called for the foul.
Those are those little dump passes that Coach Chris Brunton was talking about. Sevenoaks do a really good job. Jump stop and then backdoor cuts.
Well, those two are very good at finding each other. And it's Clark at the free throw line. Well, the second one comes out, and McVicker grabs the loose ball. Here's Lowe. Penetrating into the lane, loses the ball. Away come the Suns. Carl pushing. Bush fakes the three, gets into the mid-range. And now Newcastle looking to run. Back to McVicker. Grell has space on the far side. McVicker keeps it. Steps back for three, tough shot. Long rebound comes out to McVicker. And there's a foul. She'll go to the line for two.
And that's the thing, when you got such a great shooter, you have to fly out to try and stop that shot, which leaves Sevenoaks exposed at the basket, so help defense is going to have to be on point.
Just a little late on that one. Substitution sees Low out, notes in. McVicker trying to stretch it out to a 4-point lead. Rodriguez Perez knocks the ball loose for a second chance for the Eagles. Garrell spinning. De Silva hits the deck. Garrell gets it back, going strong to the hole. Couldn't quite get that in on the shot clock buzzer. Here's Bush. Garrido. Clark surveying her options. Gets into the lane, comes back the other way. That's a beautiful pass.
That's a great find by Tiani Clark. You could see her in the post. She thought she had a mismatch trying to back down Oates. And comes up with a great assist.
Cuts the lead to one. McVicker, just an inch of space. That's all she needs. Shot doesn't drop though. Cross court to Bush. Bland quickly out to her. Here's Carl. Long two. Good box out.
You can really see that Eagles have come with a game plan and they're executing it right now. Each matchup, they're marking appropriately.
It's a tough shot. Well defended by Carl. Yeah, defensively, they've been really good, Newcastle. They'll feel, actually, that they probably have a few more chances at the other end to have stretched the lead here.
Absolutely.
The one thing you know about the Suns is they never get rattled, no matter what the tempo of the game is. It's De Silva top of the key and puts her team in front.
That's a really important basket. You can see that Sevenoaks are not in rhythm right now, so any basket is going to make them feel a little bit more comfortable.
McVicker out to Bland for three, knocks it down.
Rachel Bland is someone that's not really spoken about a lot, but if you give her the open three, she's going to hit it. She's going to get that clutch rebound. So, Sevenoaks Suns need to respect that and make sure they know where she is as well.
Clark. Pass is deflected. McVicker gets there. Clark's going to get called for the foul. Good defense from Oates here, just getting a hand to knock that loose. And that's what they did so well in that quarterfinal victory over Leicester, forcing turnovers on the other team.
Yeah, and when you're a great team like Sevenoaks, if someone can force those unturned errors, frustration begins to creep in.
There's Durrell, little stop and go, getting all the way to the rim for two.
She is so good at that, attacking the basket, coming up with and ones as well.
Drew a lot of fouls in that quarterfinal to keep her offense ticking. O'Connor's three off the mark. Great rebound from McVicker. Has Bland ahead of her. McVicker looking to go to work. Here's Bland, same spot. Not this time. O'Connor's going to let it fly, and she knocks down the three.
She makes a huge difference when she checks into the game because she's a strong athlete. She can post up. She can shoot the three really well. And yeah, she's a really difficult matchup.
McVicker looking to reply with three of her own, all string.
Oh, wow. She really does just need an inch of space and she'll get that shot off.
It's a very quick release. She's not the biggest, but as it goes up so quickly, it's hard to get out there. Here's Clark again looking to use her strength in the block, but
doesn't drop.
And Newcastle come away with Lowe, trying to get it cross court, stolen away by Clark. Carr from deep. Had the it's saved.
Good
Everybody
save.
thought
Good
that was
save.
going out of bounds. Oh, I think the referee might have got injured there. McVicker fires for three and knocks it down.
This is turning out to be a great game for Newcastle Eagles. Defensively, they're on task, on target, and offensively, they're starting to really heat up.
Silva getting all the way to the basket. Good first step.
Yeah. And I think that's going to be a key matchup today. De Silva is really long and athletic. She really needs to attack Deborah in this game.
McVicker inside to Rodriguez. Oh, nice footwork. Oh, just too strong on the finish, though. Garrido for three. Knocks it down.
We're really starting to see all the offensive threats heat up.
Three-pointers flying in at both ends of the floor. And it was a slow start offensively, but the two teams warming up here. Here's Bland, whose three really got it going. Going the long way around. Great rebound. From Lowe. Gurrell, Bland. The three knocks down her second.
And there we see it, that same corner three. Open, she knocks it down, making big plays.
Clark. Lowe trying to get her hands in there and steal that away, but call for the foul.
And you can see how together Newcastle Eagles are. Every chance they get, every opportunity, huddling.
Well, the way they celebrated at the end of the game as well, it was a tremendous reaction. You can see how much it meant to them.
Yeah, and wins like that, they bring a team together, and they're clearly taking some of that momentum into today's game.
Here's McVicker all the way to the rim. Should be one offense each left here in this first quarter. There's Monacona, who certainly has the size advantage there, but Bland does well enough. Foul called on the rebound. And that is on Rodriguez Perez. That's her second. I was just hesitating to see if the ref might signal number 8 instead. That's a bit of a blow.
Coach Chris went and shouting at his team to make sure they rebound and limit Sevenoaks' second chance opportunities, which I think is going to be key moving forward. And they're doing a great job, but if they just, let Sevenoaks come back in with rebounds, their advantage is decreased.
Well, Deborah Rodriguez Perez is the one true centre that they have, really, Newcastle. So with her on the bench now on 2 fouls, they're a little small. They're going to have to work hard for those rebounds. Garrell. Oates has it now. Back out to Garrell. Shot clock getting low. No way through. Great defense from Carr. Heave from Carr to end the quarter is a little bit short. Just 2 points between them. But we said at the top, important for Newcastle to start the game well as the underdogs. They certainly have done that.
Yeah, absolutely. The next quarter, I think it'll be interesting to see, as you said, with Deborah Rodriguez sitting down on the bench with the 2 fouls, to see how Sevenoaks take advantage of their size advantage. So, great game so far, but let's hope they can hold on to it.
Well, the one thing we know about the Sevenoaks Suns is they almost sort of ride through. They're going to do their 40 minutes no matter what. They don't really go up and down like some teams do, and they'll just sort of wear you down as the game goes on. Absolutely,
and that's why it's so important for Eagles to lock into their game plan and keep their momentum, because as soon as they have a dip, Sevenoaks is going to take advantage of that.
But as we take a look back at the highlights of this first quarter, very much in the balance, and the Newcastle Eagles playing their part. They perhaps could have had a lead slightly early on in this game. The shots weren't quite going down, but once McVicker hit that one at the top of the key, Bland then in the corner as well, it sort of settled their offense a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. They're taking all the right shots, and I think they're getting confidence from that. So once they're starting to settle and get more comfortable, it could be their game if they just continue with that.
Well, it's one of those things, as the underdog in this situation, it's how far can you push it and push it and push it. And what they did against Leicester was they pushed it all the way to the last few minutes and put the pressure on the higher seed, and they were able to take advantage of that, Newcastle Eagles, and I'm sure the plan of attack will be something very similar today.
Yeah, Newcastle Eagles have come into this game as whatever we can get, we're going to be happy for, and we're going to just do the best that we can. The pressure really is all on Sevenoaks.
It'll be interesting to see now whether Sevenoaks can really attack, say, through De Silva and Monacana with their size, given the smaller unit of the Newcastle Eagles. Well, it's Monacana from the 3-point line, and she can certainly do that. Here's Lowe. Around to Oates. Garrell for 3, off the mark. Monacana with the rebound. Garrido for 3. McVicker chases it down.
Lots of three-pointers going up in this game today. And it would be really great to see, especially Sevenoaks, take advantage of that inside mismatch that they've got.
We haven't looked to attack it as yet. Here's Gorell, who's always looking to attack, and she converts for 2 at the rim.
She's so crafty around the basket. She's able to finish with contact, and you know, she's just really an incredible scorer.
League's leading scorer by some distance this season. Here's Carr again for 3. Long rebound comes out to De Silva. Carr driving along the baseline and in off the glass.
She uses her strength there to just really wear Oaks down to get a lot closer to the basket.
Vicker in the low block, not a usual hunting ground, comes out to the 3-point line. Gorell late in the shot clock, getting to the rim, trying to get a whistle, nothing doing. Carr looking to attack, and just as you said a moment ago, and she'll get herself to the free throw line.
Tiani Clark coming back in. It's a small on both teams now, so let's see if the game picks up in speed. But Sevenoaks Suns have a lot of matchups where, you know, physically they're stronger, so they really need to be attacking, trying to get to the basket, trying to get some fouls, get onto the free throw line.
Because that is the other thing that we talk about. It's essentially a rotation of 6 for Newcastle, so they can't afford to get into foul trouble. And the way to get them in foul trouble is taking it to the rim.
Yeah.
Vicker, bit of a miscommunication there. She thought Oates was staying in the corner, and Oates was going baseline. Suns now leading this one by 3 points, having scored 7 of the first 9 here in the second quarter. Carr, tough shot, good hand from Bland, but the rebound comes back to Monacana. Clark working hard. Here's Bush. Well, they dodged a bullet there, Newcastle. Gave them 3 chances. McVicar trying to get it in, and the foot of Monacana in the way.
It's going to be so important for Newcastle Eagles to really limit those second chance opportunities. They're doing such a great job in the first possession. To let them get the rebound, it's a bit of a disservice to how great their defense is.
Well, the defense isn't over till you get the ball back. Oh, they're going to get an offensive rebound of their own there as Carr tips it out of bounds. I guess the question for Chris is how long he leads Zebra Rodriguez-Perez on the bench. Whether he brings her back in here and risks it in the first half. There's Bland in the short corner. He's going to call a timeout, I think, here, the Newcastle Eagles coach. Garrido driving down the lane. Oh, everything but the finish. She was really good the other day as well. Here's low for 3, much needed points for the Newcastle Eagles.
Yeah, those are her first points of the game. She can really settle into that. I think she's been aggressive, had a few turnovers, but I think that, you know, is the kind of relief that she needed, and maybe we can see her heat up.
She hasn't had much of a look at the ball. They've done well to slow her down. It's only the second shot she's taken. Here she goes driving in. Ooh, thought that was going to be an offensive foul, but it's a turnover either way. Bush driving in, getting all the way to the basket, tipped out. Gorell knocks it to low. Suns have numbers back. McVicar, hand check foul is going to be called against Clark. Only the third foul of the game on the Suns, but 2 of them on Tiana Clark. Timeout call by the Newcastle Eagles, and I think that last shot might have just changed it a little bit for them because they were struggling to score. Only had 2 points in the first 4 minutes. That 3 was a bit of a release valve for them.
Yeah, definitely. You could see them as well offensively really searching for a score. And, you know, sometimes when teams go down and they're struggling to score, players often try and win it all in one possession. So, you know, that 3 by Lowe was definitely a release valve.
What's your take on the Rodriguez question? She's obviously got 2 fouls. She's an important player for them because they don't really have anybody else like that. Do you gamble putting her back in the first half at some point? You just try and ride it out? Is it scoreboard related?
Yeah, I think it's definitely scoreboard related. If they can stay in contention with the Sevenoaks Suns for the next few minutes, I think you can just leave her up till the second half. She is going to be a vital matchup, so if it comes down to, you know, within 5 points at the end of the game, she's going to need to be on the court.
Well, Clark now on. They haven't put it up on the board as a second foul. So might be my mistake, might be oh no, it's gone up now, there you go. Second foul. So she does come back out of that timeout as well. So Len Bush happy to leave Clark out in the fray.
I think Clark, she's such an experienced player. She knows the situation, she knows what's on the line.
And actually Rodriguez has come out of the timeout as well, so 2 of them got to be careful. McVicker for 3.
That was a great screen by Rodriguez, which is why Maddie was so wide open on that 3.
She also got to the basket in good position, and bodies flying all over the place.
I think we had a collision there between Alison Goro and De Silva.
Well, they both look a little... let's see what... Ooh, that'll hurt.
Yeah. That's one of those plays where it's your teammate doesn't call the screen and you run full pace into it. I hope both of them are okay. It looked a little bit nasty.
Well,
both of them continuing to play though, so
to be all right.
Positive.
Because Perez got knocked over in the collision as well. She's all right too. Oh, trying to throw the pass into Lowe, but she'd already gone. Carr looking for room along the baseline. Silva. Burrell with the rebound. McVicker driving in. It's a good attack with Clark on 2 fouls. Monacana strings the 3. Little fist bump for her.
She's just such a great player, and she just provides such a spark, and she's able to shift the momentum just in one play.
Here's McVicker. As I say, I said to you before the game, I'm not sure I've ever seen her play a bad game, which means whenever the camera's on, she's always at her best. Here's Clark. Sevenoaks with a 5-point cushion at the minute, looking to stretch it. A little disappointment from Monacana there. You can see what she was thinking with De Silva moving towards the basket. Thought the pass was there, but...
It was good defense by Rodriguez. You saw her put her arm bar up there and bump De Silva, so she wasn't able to get that pass. Newcastle really need to find a spark of energy right now.
Well as they've played, down 5 in important 3 minutes here. Can Burrell provide it? No. Here's Carr. looking for the options. Option one is drive the baseline and a beautiful assist to De Silva for 2.
The Suns are really good at that, moving without the ball. When a player drives, they all move to find the open space to provide them with options. And that's why they're so effective, especially in transition.
Well, they also have a couple of players in Clark and Carr who are very capable passers of the ball. Always looking. Nice drive for Lowe for 2. Newcastle needed that. Carr drives in. De Silva, mid-range, all string.
De Silva's a great mid-range shooter. That's her bread and butter, really. So, you know, Deborah needs to work hard not to give her that.
8 points in the game for her. Lowe getting to the rim. Rodriguez almost has it, but it's wrestled away by the Suns.
And again, that's a good look for Eagles. They just really need to focus and convert.
Monacona with the transition 3. Janice Monacona with her 4th triple of the game. And that has opened up a 10-point lead.
She's showing up today. Every game, I can only describe her as a spark. She comes in, she does what she needs to do to help the team win, to help the team stay on top. Definition of a true winner.
Well, in transition, having shot as well as she shot in the game, she was feeling really comfortable with that one. You could see she almost came a little slower than everybody else to ensure she was in the spot she wanted to be for that shot. Yeah,
definitely. You know, when you shoot as well as that, especially if you're the trailer and you can flatten the defense, kick it out, it's a great shot to take.
4 from 6 from behind the arc. She leads all scorers with 13 points, and this is an important 2 minutes and 18 seconds here for the Newcastle Eagles. Suddenly it's got out to 10, as well as they've played for the first 15 minutes or so. They've got to find some way of pulling it back into single figures before halftime.
Yeah, absolutely. Just for morale as well, sometimes when, you know, a 10-point game seems manageable, and it's as weird as it sounds, 12 points just doesn't sound as nice.
Yeah. Well, there's that psychological thing, isn't there? The difference between 10 and 9 is only a point, but it feels different.
You know, Coach Chris Brunton would have just been reminding them that, you know, what their game plan is. Let's stick to that. Let's keep taking good shots. Let's keep rebounding the ball. You know, they're doing really well so far. They just have to find that bit of energy from somewhere.
Low. Vicker fighting to get free. Gorell running around the screens. There's Monacona in front of her. Wants the screen. Well jumped out by De Silva. Rodriguez is open. Oh, those are the ones that have to go in when you're down 10. You could see how aggressively they were guarding Gorell.
Yeah, Sevenoaks came out with another bit of intensity.
Monacona, she's shown what she can do on the three-point line, but tough to handle in the low block as well.
Absolutely, she is really strong. You know, matching up against Janice is no easy feat.
She's got a few inches on Bland as well down in that low post. Perfect. From the free throw line, 15 first half points for her. She's almost got a double-double, 15 and 8 off the bench in 12 and a half minutes. Is Low. Ooh, just stumbling, gets the pass away to Bland. Shot clock getting low. Gorell's going to have to fire here, gets to the rim. Technical foul. She must have said something. She turned to the referee. You could see she wasn't happy that there was no foul called. But whatever she said, the referee took exception to.
Was it on Allison or was it on
it was.
the coach?
No. Well, my initial reaction was it was on Allison, but it doesn't seem to have gone up on the board that way. I'll get confirmation for that.
And Chris wasn't very happy that that wasn't called a foul. He thought there was too much contact there.
Another free throw was good all the same. Here's Bush. Carl. Monacona again. Not this time.
Sevenoaks have really upped their intensity on both ends of the floor and stepped it up a gear.
Bland for three. They needed that.
Great job. That was a great shot, and she continues to be confident in that shot, which is what a team needs.
You were right, by the way. It was a coach technical. Stopping a score here for Newcastle. Oh, they get the foul, but they're not over the limit, so it won't be free throws. Stopping a score, get it to 8. And then you've got that time to reset yourself during the interval. Just a little bump there from Lowe. Carr. Oh, that's another great pass. And a foul called as Monacona underneath. And with 17 seconds to go in the first half, that is going to be the third foul on Deborah Rodriguez.
And that's one of the disadvantages of not having a deeper bench, because, you know, in any other situation, you may have even taken, you know, Abby Lowe and Deborah out just to protect them from getting their third in the last 24 seconds. But unfortunately, you know, Newcastle didn't have that luxury, and now they're going to pay for it.
In the old days, it was probably a travel as well, but in the day and age of a gather step, she was able to move her way to the basket. That's my get off my lawn moment there. Bring back the travel, I say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many travels I've shouted for. I think I even had one in the semi-final where I took about 4 steps. 0 step and a gather step, that's what we call it now.
Yeah. And a few more between.
Yeah.
Here's Gurrell looking to tick it down, trying to get one last score for the Eagles. Can it be 3? Yes, it can!
Wow.
Alison
Big
Gurrell.
play. Huge play from Alison Gurrell.
Well, that is the shot they needed to give them a little bit of momentum going into half-time. Cuts the lead to single figures. And what a beautiful shot from the league's leading scorer.
That was a huge play from Gurrell. It just shows exactly what she can do and what she's capable of.
And, well, the step back, she's a long way out. Monacona has the size, but just sort of rocked her back on her heels, dived out in an important shot in the context of this game. We talked about it a few minutes ago. The difference between 11 and 8 is 1 shot, but it sure feels much better.
Yeah, exactly. You know, especially after that shot and the way that Newcastle have just finished that half and that quarter, they're going to be feeling really good going into the locker room. I saw Kat Carr walking back, telling her team, "Don't worry about it. Let's go. Keep it moving." And you know, that is exactly how Sevenoaks Suns operate. So I wouldn't expect that to, you know, hurt their feelings or for them to come out any weaker.
Well, they lead 40 points to 32 as they look to defend their title. They've won the last 3 WBBL playoff finals that have been contested, and well, they're 20 minutes away from going to yet another one. And I mean, we say it almost every time we watch the Suns, and we've seen it again today, that they don't go up or down. They're just methodical in the way they pick you apart.
Absolutely. And you know, that says a lot about a team mentally and where their mental headspace is. You know, they're constantly next play, huddling to improve, holding themselves accountable. Those are the signs of a great team.
And defensively, they just turned it up a notch in the second quarter.
Yeah, they did. And you know, we saw Newcastle make big plays, but they struggled for a period of time, and they need to come back out and up that intensity even more.
Well, we're at the half here. at the University of Worcester Arena. The Sevenoaks Suns lead the Newcastle Eagles by 40 points to 32. We're going to take a little pause. We'll have second half action in a few minutes' time. Sevenoaks Suns are eyeing themselves a 4th consecutive playoff final, leading at the half by 8 against the Newcastle Eagles. And I mean, they've got so many different weapons, the Sevenoaks Suns, but boy, it helps having somebody of the caliber of Janice Monacana coming off the bench and doing what she's done here today.
Absolutely. Newcastle Eagles have a lot to deal with. You know, they come out strong and they handle the first starting 5, and then to have a threat like Janice to come in and just provide the spark that we see that she does on every occasion. You know, she's a true winner, and she's a great offensive threat.
4 of 7 from the three-point line. Can get it done at the basket, down in the low post as well. But equally as important, 8 rebounds with 3 of them at the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, sometimes when people are scoring, you tend to not really see the other impact that they have on the court. And Janice is a player that really can do it all.
Well, at the other end of the floor, we always talk about Alison Gorell because she's so important to this Newcastle Eagles team, and taking a fair few shots. 1 or 2 drives to the basket she might have got a foul for that didn't come her way. But also what it does is the defense is so preoccupied with her that there's space on the court for other teammates as well.
Exactly. Sevenoaks Suns have to know where she is all the time, which, you know, is giving McVicker the space and Rachel Bland the space to get their shots off and, you know, and score. Also defensively, she's quick. She's doing a really good job on Kat Carr. So she's a real positive impact, even though she may not be the one scoring all the points.
Well, they're going to need her to get quite a few, you feel, in the second half. And that three-pointer going in just before the buzzer, her first 3 of the game, and might get her sort of rolling from that distance as well. Yeah,
definitely. And she's taken a lot of contact going to the basket. So we may see the refs talk about it at half-time and come out with a different stance on it. So there is time yet for her to heat up, and she's a real workhorse, so she's not going to give up anytime soon.
Well, we said at the start of the game it was important for the Eagles to start the game well, which they did. Important for them here to start the second half well, because you add or subtract 5 points either way, and you know it's either a 3-point game or it's 13, 15 points the other way, and there's a massive swing in that. Yeah,
absolutely. They need to keep that momentum that they had before going in. It's not going to be easy against the experienced Sevenoaks Suns, but they have the talent to do it. So they just need to really execute and focus. If they start the game how they did with that intensity on defense, I think they'll be in a good position.
Here we go. Suns on 3, 1, 2, 3, Suns.
Well, there was a great video of them watching the final play of the men's team yesterday, which was dramatic and got them through. I'm sure they'll be returning the favour and hoping that their women's team can lead the way to a playoff final. They trail by 8, but they start us here in the second half. Here's McVicker. Gets into the lane. Tough one. Might get her own rebound. Keeps it in play. Here's Gorell. Bland for 3. Ooh, who'd that touch last? It must have been Rodriguez, because it's a Sevenoaks ball.
Rachel's been shooting the ball well this game, so you know, it's a good shot for her.
Well, she was 3 of 4 from behind the arc in the first half. I think she missed the first one as well. Oh, good hands from Lowe. Clark is able to recover. Nice drive.
It's a great drive. Great defense from Alison Gorell as well to put pressure on that.
Lowe. Vicker down to Rodriguez. Resets herself in the post. It's a good, strong post move.
Yeah. She passed it out the first time, and I was just going to say, she needs to really look to be aggressive in that low post.
First points of the game for her. Obviously plagued with foul trouble in the first half. So minutes were a bit limited. Bush resets herself for 3, not somebody you want to give an open look to. They get away with it, but they can't get the ball back. 8 offensive rebounds for the Suns in the game now. Garrido poked away by Garrell, but it comes back nicely to her, and the Suns get 2 points out what could have been a turnover.
We really need to see them diving on every ball, getting after every rebound. And that's the only way they're going to stay in this game. You know, sometimes it comes down to who wants it more.
And De Silva with the steal. She will get the easy run back. And it's out to 12. Low, driving hard, no way through. Great defense again, and that will be a Suns ball.
That's a great block. You know, Newcastle in this point, they need to come together. They need to talk about getting a stop. They need to pick up the intensity, and offensively, they just need to execute, move the ball a little bit and get a good look.
Clark, back out to Carr. Bush. Stolen away by Garrell. Comes back the other way.
Nice. Her footwork around the basket, you know, she's able to go full pace, jump stop, pivot without traveling or being off balance.
Here's De Silva. Offensive foul, the call on Renee Bush.
That's a great job, and you only get those calls when your intensity on defense is increased, because it means you're not trying to, you know, you're trying to avoid those screens, and offensively you do have a tendency to move to try and really nail someone.
Said with some feeling there, really want to nail somebody on the screen.
That's what I live for.
Here's Garrell to Bland at the top of the key, doesn't go.
She just hesitated there a little bit. I think the Eagles are really...
halfway down, but back out.
Yeah, Eagles need to be, you know, a bit more aggressive offensively, looking at their options.
Rodriguez. Double team jumps out. So the switch, she had the height advantage there. Comes out to Lowe instead. And 3's worth more than 2. Great pass from Rodriguez to find her.
Absolutely, and we were going to crucify her not for being more aggressive.
But it is a very good assist in the end. It's all outcomes based, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here's Carr, nice little dish down. Easy score for De Silva.
As Eagles get tired, they really need to lock in defensively. You know, sometimes those around the back, you can get a great steal.
Garrell for 3, back-to-back triples for the Eagles, has cut the lead to 6. Carl. Spinning. A little short, but Bush is there to recycle. De Silva spinning, but not enough on it. Rodriguez did well there to avoid any contact, but still make it difficult.
Nice rebound by Bland there.
Low, getting hard to the hole.
What a play! Great job.
Tremendous finish by Abby Lowe, taking it hard to the hole through the contact and 1.
This is that energy that Newcastle have needed, and great job by Garrell and Abby Lowe for providing it.
Well, they've responded well here, the Eagles. First minute or 2, you just worried for them. But a couple of 3s, and now a chance for a 3 the old-fashioned way. And they've got it back down to 3. Montecano back into the game for the Suns. Garrido on a corner, driving hard to De Silva. Clock now, late in the shot clock. Almost loses it, has to heave up. Great defense from the Eagles.
They've really picked up the intensity. You can see that even in transition, running harder.
Here's Lowe again, driving to the basket. A little too much on that one.
That was one of those ones where you drive to the basket, I think you're expecting contact, and when it doesn't come...
If she'd got fouled, it would have gone in.
Yeah.
Clark. Here's Carr. Rims out. Good challenge by Rodriguez. But again, another offensive rebound, but turned over. Here's Garrell in transition. Has Bland ahead of her to the spin. Kicks it back out wisely. Garrell now along the baseline. Bland sets herself for three. Knocks it down. And we are tied at 48 here.
What a game. What a game. Newcastle Eagles doing a really good job of moving the ball and finding players in spots where they're comfortable and they're confident.
And it's one of those, she's already made a lot of time to think about it, but nothing but net.
Yeah, sometimes those are the worst shots. I think sometimes when you've got no time to think about it, you can get it off quicker, but she does a really good job of composing herself and making sure she hits that for the team.
Yeah, fantastic shot and a great response from the Newcastle Eagles to come all the way back. It's come really from the three-point line that's got them back into this game and tied it up at 48.
Yeah, you know, Sevenoaks are doing a really good job of defending the drive, and Newcastle have just upped it another gear by, you know, drive and kick. That's really difficult to defend, to you know, get help defense, then to rotate back out. So they need to continue to do that.
Well, a couple of minutes into the quarter, they were 12 points clear, Sevenoaks, 46-34. But Lowe hit a three, Garrell hit a three. Lowe with the and one, and then Bland with the three. And we are level at 48 here in the playoff semi-final. A chance to go to Leicester and the final a week on Sunday.
Be really interesting to see how Sevenoaks respond.
Here's Carr. Down to De Silva. Carr. Oh, finds some room, but the shot is blocked in the end, and Newcastle can get in front here. Oh, that pass is just a little short and well read by Clark. Monacona. Oh, good work. That's going to be an Eagles ball. Lowe got a little deflection on that, but it came off Monacona last.
It was all she needed, just get that tiny little touch to knock Janice off balance so she couldn't catch the ball.
Timed it well there. Saved a certain 2 points. Low for three. Suns have it. Monacona driving through, pass just a little out of the reach of De Silva, but it's going to be a Suns ball. Carr spins back the other way. Great shot. Not a lot you can do about that defensively.
No, absolutely not. You know, we have great offensive threats on the court, and sometimes you just have to accept that they're going to score.
Oh, good hands. McVicker recovers, though. Shot clock down to 6. Garrell gets some room for the long 3. It's far away. Lowe fighting for it. I think that might be on Garrido. Certainly Lowe is applauding the call, and it is 31 that's shown to the table. 2-point Suns lead. Less than 2 to play here in the third. Oh,
Good hand by De Silva.
Pass gave her the chance, and De Silva gratefully took it. Ooh, just a bit too much. Second attempt is good.
Eagles at the minute defensively, they're reaching for those steals, but actually it's putting them at a disadvantage. They really need to focus on staying in front of their defender, offensive player, sorry.
Garrell. Nice pass.
Good find.
Well, she took a little long there, Rodriguez, but she got the points on the board. De Silva. Clark ran the screen, drops it down to De Silva. Stolen away by Bland. Here come the Eagles again. Garrell driving to the hole, gets her own rebound, forces it up and in, and we're level again.
You really just cannot stop with Garrell. You have to mark the drive, box her out, ensure that she doesn't get the rebound, because she really just does not stop.
16 points for her. Here's Carl. Out to Clark for 3, misses everything. Garrell will keep it in court. Shot clock is off. Newcastle, who trailed by as many as 12 in this quarter, can go into the fourth with the lead here. Garrell onto Lowe. Lowe drives in. Lowe gets it away and in off the glass. And with 10 minutes to play, the Newcastle Eagles lead by 2.
That's a great finish by Lowe with contact as well. Newcastle Eagles have really turned it up this quarter. You know, both teams are running off different stuff. You know, Sevenoaks, they're here. They're running off their, their consistency in the league and all season, their record. And I feel a little bit like Newcastle Eagles are running off adrenaline.
Well, 22-12, they won that quarter. And if you think that the first few points went against them and we were starting to think, oh, can they hang on? But suddenly the threes started going in. They got momentum. They got belief. A couple of steals at the defensive end. And 10 minutes to go, they're right there.
It's a great game of basketball, and it's fantastic to see. They've come out and they weren't disheartened by not going their way in the beginning. They know their game plan. They stayed confident, and it's paid off. 2 points up going into the fourth.
And the way they played in the quarterfinal, they didn't buckle in that game. That Leicester threw everything they could at them. That even when Hannah Robb throws one in on the buzzer, a bit of a lucky shot, they just kept on keeping on. So it's a team that has recent experience of going, it doesn't matter what happens, we're just going to keep going.
And that's a really dangerous position to be in, where it doesn't matter. We're here. We're fortunate to be here. Let's just see how far we can go. And Sevenoaks Suns really need to up the intensity and really need to start putting some pressure on defensively to shut this game down.
Well, they already have the biggest upset in playoff history, the Newcastle Eagles. That will go to number 2 if they win here today. The Sevenoaks Suns, the league champions, the team that has won the playoffs for the last 3 years, are 2 points down going into the fourth. Here's Carr. Trying to find some room in the lane and tying the game at 54.
She's just so patient with the ball and seeing where her option comes from.
Well, the one thing you know about the Suns, you don't win as much as they have won without being able to finish a game off right. And they get a score and a stop on the first 2 plays.
And this is where their experience is really going to come into hand. How composed can they be going into this last quarter? How they execute.
He's Carr. Takes the shot. Knocks it down. Big players come up big in big moments.
Absolutely.
This is her time in the game. Low. Looking to attack, trying to get it out to Bland, but it's stolen away. Carr off in transition. Gurrell chasing back. Carr goes past her, but misses the layup.
Kat Carr not happy there. She felt it was a bit too much contact.
Gurrell getting to the free throw line, banks it in. We're level again. Carr back out to Bush. Step back, off the mark, ball bobbling about. Newcastle have it. Gurrell to Bland, cross court, space for McVicker for 3. Oh my goodness, it came back out.
Great find by Bland, great pass. You know, on any other day that would have went in. So
just an unfortunate bounce. Carr shot off the iron.
Sevenoaks Suns looking a little bit flat at the moment.
Gurrell. Well, I think there was a touch there of, at last, I've got one here from Alison Gurrell.
Absolutely.
That is the first foul she's drawn in the game. And she's had a lot of contact.
She's had a lot of contact.
33 minutes. The defense have been close to her.
I'm just saying, if it was me, they might have heard about it.
That's true. Here's Bland for 3. Yes!
Oh,
Rachel Bland knocks down the
showing
triple.
up today. She's doing a fantastic job of keeping her team in this game, making big plays when they really need it.
5 of 7 from the three-point line, Rachel Bland. Carr blocked by Gurrell. Kicks it out in front to McVicker. She's on her own. Low now for 3. Oh! Back-to-back threes from the Newcastle Eagles. And with 7 to play in the game, they lead by 6.
They're really showing up right now, and they've come out ready to play. Sevenoaks have come out flat, and Newcastle Eagles have jumped all over that.
Newcastle Eagles have 12 made three-pointers in the game. 12 of 23 from the three-point line. Incredible shooting.
When you're feeling confident, and like Coach Bush said at the beginning, if you've got that momentum, you've got that confidence and belief, your shots go in. They really do. That's half the battle, just believing that you can do it.
Well, Len is always very calm. That's the one thing you know about him. He's not a guy who will go in and kick the water bottles and rant at people. Just tell them what they need to do better and send them out there to do it again.
Absolutely, and they're experienced enough to respect that and to put that in action. And I hope they put it in action soon, because if not, Newcastle Eagles are going to run away with this game. And it's going to be a real true underdog story.
It will. I mean, number 7 getting all the way to the playoff final. Incredible in any league, anywhere in the world. But they still have 7 minutes. And they have a lot of talent out on the court, the Suns, and a lot of experience. Greedo. Clark. Hands over to Garrido. Not much room for her. Into a double team. Clark is there. Good ball movement. They kept passing it till they found the open score.
That's great execution from the Sevenoaks Suns. They need to stop right now, though.
Low. Driving in, getting it to Rodriguez. Oh, doesn't get the bounce there. Carr. Garrido round the screen. Bush for three. Too long.
Newcastle Eagles really doing a great job on the defensive end, making sure that everybody's covered and that they're rotating back out to the shooters.
Low over to Gorell. Driving in. Oh, what a finish off the glass that is! Clark. Getting all the way to the basket, but missing. Gets her own rebound, though. Garrido has space for three. Oh, what a shot! What a shot. Well, they just looked a little fatigued for a second there, Newcastle, on that play, and I think that's as much why the timeout is called as the shot itself.
Yeah, definitely. Newcastle are running off adrenaline right now. They really are. So any big plays that Sevenoaks can make is really going to put a dent in that. And they need to come out consistent and a high intensity to really shut Newcastle down.
Well, in essence, three of them have played the whole game. Rodriguez has come out because of foul trouble. Lowe's had a couple of minutes breather again because of foul trouble. And obviously they all played big minutes in the last game as well. But they have that prize right there in front of them. They're still 3 points clear. They're 5 minutes away from potentially the greatest run to a playoff final we've seen in the WBBL.
Yeah, absolutely. There may be a bit of fatigue there, but they know what's on the line, and you know they're gonna leave it all on the floor.
Well, they took the blows that Leicester could throw at them last week. Can they take the blows that Sevenoaks can send their way this time around? McVicker driving in. Top finish from McVicker for two. Here's Clark. To Silva with the head fake, driving in and getting to the basket. The double team chasing Gorell out to the halfway line. Bland. Ooh, just got that to McVicker. Not quite enough on that. Tremendous box out there from Silva.
Really fighting in that under the basket there for that rebound.
Here's Carr to Bush. Knocked loose. That came off her knee. And that is going to be a Sevenoaks ball. And once again, Lowe getting in there and getting a hand on that ball. Well, she had 7 steals the other day. She's had a couple here in the second half where she's forced the turnover. It won't go in her stat column, but it was her defensive play that got the ball back.
That's where she can be really effective, being disruptive on the ball, digging in.
Bland for another one, not this time. Carr spins back. Underneath the basket, kind of trapped, gets it away. Monacana. De Silva hits it. It's a 1 point game.
That's that mid-range shot that she likes, and she'll take that all day if you give it to her.
Here's Lowe. Driving hard. Oh, rims out, gets her own rebound, and is fouled. And Clark is adamant it's not, but it is. Her number shown to the table.
Avilo does a really great job of getting to the basket, but then staying after it, not giving up on the play. There you see it. She gets her own rebound, goes right back up. And she's rewarded for it with 2 free throws.
In all this drama, I've not even had a chance to mention the fact that Gurel is 1 assist away from a triple-double here. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. As Lowe stretches the Newcastle lead back to 3. 3:33 on the clock. Carr. Oh, just bobbles in.
Again, another big play from Kat Carr.
Oh, it's an incredible game. Whoever wins it in these last 3 minutes. Lowe thought about the 3. Puts it on the floor now. Driving hard, scooping it up. It almost went in, but she will shoot 2. She's always got a smile on her face, hasn't she?
Yeah, she does. She's a really great player to watch. Especially in this playoff, she's really stepped it up. And we're seeing what she's really capable of.
First one is good.
As long as she keeps hitting these free throws, all she has to do is keep attacking the basket. Sevenoaks need to do a better job at making sure they cover her.
No problems with those 2. Inside the final 3 minutes. De Silva for 3. Bland with the rebound. Chance to put 2 shots between the sides here for Newcastle. Rodriguez, she had time there. The pass is behind and turned over.
Again, Rodriguez giving up opportunities, and it leads to something that's not so good. So she needs to be more aggressive and take her opportunities when they come.
Again, a good hand from Lowe, deflecting a pass. Here's Carr. Down to Clark. Clark hits the front of the rim, gets her own rebound back. Cross court, it's a bit high. Manukana to tie it. Oh, it's in and out. Ball is loose. McVicker has it. Well, how close was that with 2 minutes to go?
And, when Janice shoots the ball, you expect it to go in. So my heart was in my stomach then. Good defense.
Oh, but better offense from McVicker.
Great
Who gets
finish.
it in? Newcastle lead by 5. There's only 100 seconds to play. De Silva is fouled. Is it on the floor? Because that's the first foul of the quarter. No, it's shooting foul. Yeah, she's probably going up with that from there.
Yeah.
But these are must-makes with 1:41 to go. Trailing by 5. De Silva at the free throw line. 74% shooter on the season. Makes the first. This to make it a one-shot game. And makes them both. So calm at the line in a pressure situation. Gurel driving in, doesn't quite go. Here comes Carr. Manukana, offensive foul, is it? Oh, that looked like there was a difference of opinion from the 2 officials. They're going to talk it over, and it is an offensive foul.
Wow.
Big call.
Very big call. Very, very big call. Let's see how the Suns respond. Sometimes calls like that can give you an extra bit of intensity.
Here's Lowe. Out to Garrell. Garrell to McVicker for three! Maddie McVicker hits the triple. Alison Garrell with the triple-double.
That's a huge play. Way to go for the Newcastle Eagles, finding the open player, and McVicker's composing herself and knocking down the shot.
Well, what a shot that is to double the lead with 1:07 to go. McVicker with an incredible three-point shot. You can see Garrell penetrates in, draws the defense, and McVicker has a good look at it. But in a situation like this, there's no easy shot in the game. She knocks it down.
Absolutely not. Every shot means a lot right now. You know, you see Clark sink in there, and I don't think she needs to. You know, Kat Carr had good coverage of Garrell, and it just led to the open shot.
Wow, what a ball game. 1:07 to go. Will the fairy tale continue?
If you hear me say go for the ball, it means we have to foul, okay?
Newcastle Eagles, well, a stop here puts them on the brink, doesn't it?
They need to come out and just keep doing exactly what they've been doing, because it's put them in good stead.
That's the thing, isn't it? At this stage, you can suddenly try and do something else. And actually, what got you here?
Yeah, they've done really well to get themselves in this position, and they just need to continue it. Their intensity on defense has been consistent throughout the whole game, and they just need to keep that up right now.
Well, a big play here for the Suns. They really desperately need a score. Carr is usually the go-to. Great pass to Clark, who's blocked. The ball is loose. They get it back, though. The Suns have it. Carr for three. Oh! Kat Carr coming up clutch with the triple. It's into Garrell. She's in trouble here, but she's fouled. And that is the fifth, so it'll be 2 free throws.
That was a huge play by Kat Carr, and showing us exactly what she's on the court to do, to lead and to show up in big moments.
Garrell is an 80% free throw shooter. Oh, that first one was a bit short, but not too short. Had enough to go in. 2 shots between them. Second one is clean. 48 seconds remaining. Here's Carr again. Fires up another three. Not this time. Ball is loose. Fighting for it is Clark.
Good rebound by Clark.
And she takes the foul. 37 seconds to go. She's a tremendous rebounder, and she needed that one. But they have to score from this, and they can't take too long. 37.2. Suns ball from the end. Renee Bush to inbound. Here's Carr. Driving along the baseline. Still going. Out to Monacana. Flushed off the three. Here's Carr for the triple. Oh, it nearly bobbled in. The ball is loose. Newcastle have it. Rodriguez has it. They've got a foul. They've got to stop the clock, Sevenoaks. Oh, it's almost turned over. Get it forward. McVicker has it. Well, Newcastle are going to do it here. They can run it to the buzzer.
They're trying to foul. I think they've been trying to foul for the longest time.
Well, because the ball got knocked loose, it was one of those where actually it was a bit mayhem and nobody had it.
That's worked really nicely in Newcastle Eagles' favour there.
Well, McVicker makes both. The game is over. It's 6 with 12 seconds to go, less than 12 seconds.
I think we're about to see the biggest underdog story in the WBBL history play out right now.
We certainly are. McVicker makes the free throw, and Newcastle are 11.5 seconds away. The Suns, their reign is almost over. Garrell with the rebound, and we have witnessed the unbelievable here. The Newcastle Eagles from the 7th seed are going to the playoff finals. And they will celebrate like you wouldn't believe it. 2 incredible games. They've knocked off the top 2 in the league.
It's amazing. You can see how much it means to them. They've really worked hard. Credit to Coach Chris Bunton for getting his team prepared. And credit to the team for not letting up at all. They came out, they executed, and they've been rewarded for it. So well done to them.
Well, there was almost a look of disbelief for a moment that they've actually done it. 2 games in a row from 7th in the league. They won 79-73 against Leicester. They've gone one better, 79-72 here.
It's a fantastic achievement, you know, and I bet their club will be so proud of them. They're going to celebrate this victory, and they're going to get back into the gym and prepare for that final.
Well, it's a good job the final is a week on Sunday. It gives them a chance to do a bit of celebrating.
Exactly.
Tonight. Well, what a unbelievable performance anywhere in the world in any competition to knock off number 2 and then number 1 in back-to-back. It's an incredible achievement by the Newcastle Eagles. Well, they are celebrating, but there is almost a sort of like, I've got a moment to sink in. They can't quite believe it. Well, their season will continue into the final game at the Morningside Arena. The greatest underdog story in WBBL history has just taken place in front of us, and indeed last week. And well, let's hear from our MVP with the triple-double in the playoff semi-final, Alison Garrell. What an unbelievable game, what an unbelievable team, what a story.
Oh man, it's amazing. Cinderella's story for May Madness. It's awesome. We can't really believe it ourselves, but that's what got us here, just having fun and enjoying it.
I mean, a tremendous performance last week, but to back it up again against the league champions and the way you fought back in that third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, we had a talk at halftime, and we were telling each other at half that we were playing a lot tighter in the first half compared to the first game. And because of that, we were missing shots, we were getting frustrated, and we kind of went back to, we have nothing to lose. Let's go out, enjoy it. It might be our last 20 minutes of the season, so we might as well have fun with it. And I think we play our best when we do that. So that's really what brought the energy back in the third.
And Rachel hit 5 threes, Maddie hit 3, Abby hit 3, you hit a couple. That 3 ball was really important for you today.
Yeah, I mean, we were really trusting each other. I think there were times when we got a little static on offense, but then we really got back to finding each other, and we have a lot of great drivers on our team, so we were looking to find the open shooters, and a lot of people are knocking it down, and when we're shooting and we're relaxed, that's when we're playing our best.
You've beaten 1 and 2. I'm sure you'll take anybody in the final now.
Yeah, I mean, we are just excited to be there. I mean, we didn't expect this at all, especially with how the season started for us, with all the adversity, players changing and stuff. So we're so grateful to be playing and grateful to be making it to the final. It's an amazing run.
Well, congratulations. Enjoy it with your teammates. We'll see you in Leicester next weekend.
Thank you so much.
Well, what a performance. Big players come in the big moments, and shooting-wise, she probably struggled a little bit early on. They were very aggressive defensively against her, but 22 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists, a triple-double in a semi-final.
I think it's a credit to her, really. As you said, she struggled early on, but she just didn't give up. She carried on working hard. She carried on putting in. We saw there some steals on defense. She just carried on working, and that's exactly what the team needed.
And the adversity, I mean, you talked about it. There was probably a couple of fouls that she might have got on another day that didn't come her way. Didn't let that bother her either, just kept going along.
Yeah, because, I'll speak from experience. That's really difficult to do. Once you start to feel like you're getting fouled and it's not getting called, you start to kind of feel like the world's against you a little bit sometimes. But she just kept mentally strong, mentally tough, and ahead in the game.
She certainly did. Just an unbelievable performance from the Newcastle Eagles, and we can hear from their coach now. And wow, I think is my first question. That is amazing. Back to back, knocking off 2 and 1 in the playoffs. An unbelievable achievement.
Yeah, I've completely lost my voice. I need to do a better job managing my emotions, as I spoke to Siobhan at the half about refereeing. But you know, I can't. I feel like a broken record. I can't be more proud of how they perform in this game, and like to knock off one of the most perennial like powerhouses in the women's game is just phenomenal. I'm really lost for words. I haven't even looked at the stat sheet yet. I just wow. Yeah.
Well, one thing I can tell you, you guys were 13 of 26 from the three-point line, and in that third quarter, some big threes when you were down 12 pulled it right back into the game.
Oh, 100%. And I mean, you know, you look at Ali Gurel, she hit a big three before the half, which gave us a little bit of momentum because we were struggling right then. And we said at halftime, look, no matter what happens, we've got to keep being the aggressors. Like whether referees did or didn't miss fouls is irrelevant, because even though I do my job as a coach to try and support my players, we gave up far too many open threes for Monacana, for Irene, and the dump downs that Kat and T have done all season long. So, you know, there was stuff that we need to be better at, and we're holding each other accountable to that because we can't control anything else. And they put some plays together, they scored, and Rachie B rolled back the years and knocked down 5 threes. So just a fantastic storybook ending. And if I'm honest, I'd really like to meet London in the final, because they're the only team now that we haven't beaten this season. So that would be a bit poetic.
Yeah, and it would be 1-2-3 as well. It would be some way to win the thing. But just a word, you mentioned Alison Gurel, just a word there, a triple-double in a semi-final. I mean, that's a big player coming to play in the biggest moments.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I had the pleasure of coaching her when she first came to what was Northumbria University Team Northumbria, and she was outstanding as a professional, as a person, and she just makes everyone else better, including myself. And what a weapon to have on our team, and you know, credit to, you know, even like looking down the bench, Millie Oates came in and gave some valuable minutes when Deborah got in foul trouble. And just the togetherness of this group has been phenomenal, and it's galvanised and led by Alison Gurel. She's a hell of a player, and I hope we can retain her next year.
Well, enjoy your celebrations for this semi-final victory. Look forward to seeing you in Leicester next weekend.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Tremendous game and a tremendous job. I mean, you can see his emotions on the sidelines. He doesn't hide too much away. You could hear it in his voice. But what an excellent job from him and his coaching staff with this team.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's a big part of the win. You know, he believes in his team. He fills them with confidence. And he, you know, he's been saying this whole time, let's just enjoy it. Don't worry about the score. Let's go out there, do what we can do, and let's enjoy it. And sometimes that's all you want to hear from your coach, and it's done them well.
It certainly has, and they just made big play after big play down the stretch as well, because those free throws, when it's a three-point game, they're not easy to make, because you know, I've got to make these two so that we can go back and play defense properly at the other end.
Yeah, definitely. Free throws at the end of the game are one of the toughest shots, I think, because the whole stadium stops to watch you do those free throws and the pressure. And, you know, credit to Newcastle Eagles, they didn't let that get to them at all.
And Sevenoaks, you know, gave them everything they could. You know, they kept on keeping on, and it was a bit like last week where you think, oh, they're just gonna get over the line. But Newcastle hit shots when they needed to as well. I mean, Bland 3, the McVicker 3 at the end as well.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, Sevenoaks are a very consistent team, and even when they made big plays, it just seemed like a normal play to them. And I think that's the big difference with Newcastle Eagles. Every point that went in, it gave them a bit more momentum, a bit more energy, and that was what really tipped them into taking this win today.
Yeah, they seem to ride off that energy with each shot. You know, the confidence levels went up, the adrenaline levels probably went up as well. But an incredible run from the Newcastle Eagles, and they have one more game to play, just the small matter of the WBBL playoff final. Well, let's get some reaction from the other end of the floor. Len Busher kindly joined us. Len, obviously disappointment in the result. What did you make of the game?
Well, they hit some big shots. You know, Rachel Bland hitting 5 for 8 from the three-point line was certainly not expected. And then as a team, they were 50% from the three-point line. Some of them, you know, were easier than they should have been, but some of them were contested, and some of them were under a lot of pressure. So, you know, it's one of those things, you know, that's team on a roll, and, you know, they were just full of energy. They had more energy than we did. You know, we were trying, but we didn't have the intensity consistently like they did. So they did a great job, and hopefully they'll bring the same to the final.
And in the third quarter, you obviously got up double figures, and that was the point where those three started flying in from them. And then when it comes down the stretch, it's who can make the shots at the end.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on with us in that stretch. Maybe once or twice you relax a little bit on defense, they make a shot, then like you said, they start to feed on it, and then they make a few more, and suddenly it's the game again, and they never stopped.
Well, disappointment obviously today, but reflecting on the league, it's obviously been a very difficult campaign, and you do go out as league champions.
At least we got something out of it.
Well, thanks for talking to us, Len. Commiserations on the result.
No problem. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Well, he's obviously, disappointed, and he might be a chance for them to go to another playoff final. It didn't quite play out, but they've certainly played their part in this season, the Sevenoaks Suns.
Yeah, definitely. They've been one of the top teams to beat the whole season. And sometimes when you win that consistently, it's hard to keep winning because the pressure is always on you to perform. So I think Newcastle took advantage of that, and that's what we've seen here today.
Well, we certainly have. We know one of our semi-finalists, the Newcastle Eagles, the Newcastle Eagles will be there a week on Sunday. But who will they be facing? Will it be the Nottingham Wildcats or the London Lions? You can find out with myself and Rhiannon in just under an hour's time. We come on air at 23 minutes past 7 for a 7:30 tip-off. It promises to be a cracking game. We're going to take a little breather and try and recover from an excellent game. But the Newcastle Eagles, the number 7 seeds, have upset the odds here and reached the playoff final. We'll see you again soon. Goodbye.